you this guy. Okay. Okay, now I'm having a small challenge here. I'm having echo from YouTube. Let me see how to manage that. No, it's really good for me. Okay, but now let me mute here. But when people want to talk to me, we are going to have a small challenge. Just hold on for us. I have to even go back to the. Okay. Great. I want to believe everybody can hear me.
Yes, yes, I can still hear you.
Oh, yes. That's. Let me just do something. I don't want this YouTuber volume. Well, okay. Okay, let's move on. So you are all welcome. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong stuff that is. It's the wrong stuff that is on the screen right now.
And of his parents has apparently created a series.
Yeah. Okay. You can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. So can we, maybe somebody will need to mute his of our microphone there. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. You are welcome. Yeah. So today I just want us to have a close look at the Polkadot Network. Yeah, it's a token we should all give attention to, and it's a token. It's a network which definitely have a huge potential in it. Yeah. So let's start with our news. So these are trending news. Tanzania President Samia Suluhu signals interest in Bitcoin. Yeah. She has told the central bank of Tanzania that they should prepare to use the digital currencies and to adopt cryptocurrency. So this is another caption. Tanzania consider crypto and boost Bitcoin as nations line up behind El Salvador to embrace decentralized finance. Yeah, so Tanzania became the latest country to signal its support for digital assets this weekend as its president instructed financial authorities to prepare for widespread use of cryptocurrency, elevating Bitcoin's prices further after El Salvador became the first country to make Bitcoin legal tender last week And Elon Musk outlined plans for Tesla to resume accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. I hope none of you disposed your Bitcoin during the Elon Musk tricks when he made funny and horrible tweet, which shut down the crypto market. Now, after he has bought the dip, he's saying that Tesla is ready to resume the use of cryptocurrency, as if cryptocurrency is equal to Tesla or Bitcoin is equal to Tesla. We know he's a big guy, and definitely a single tweet from him make a lot of difference. Well, that is from the side of those who are probably new to crypto and they don't have good guidance. Anyway, it created an opportunity for us to buy. So please, if you still have resources, I would still encourage you to get some Bitcoin, yeah, or any other coin of your choice. Okay, so this is another good news. I'm sure some of you should be aware of who Grayscale is. Grayscale for now is the biggest institution that is investing heavily into Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency. Yeah, so we can call it something like, let's say, Metropolitan or Old Mutual. It's something like that. So they are companies that helps people to invest their funds into other assets. So Grayscale is probably the top in that class that invest in crypto assets. So they are exploring 13 more crypto assets for its trust. So already they have quite some, probably about 10 right now that are there, and they are looking into 13 more. So what does it mean? If an institution like Grayscale can invest billions into any token, then it means that you and I also have to invest in those tokens. Because before they will put a billion and so on into any of those investments, they definitely must have analyzed them and they know the uptrend of those investments, knowing that in the years to come, it will definitely, for them, result in a good return. So anything they invest in, you and I also, as we are, we can just even blindly follow them and begin to invest in those things. So we'll have a look at those assets which they are considering. We'll also have a look at the one they were having before. Yeah, so you can look into any of them and put any resources that you are having into them. So here I have institutional asset manager Grayscale has announced 13 more crypto assets are currently under consideration for its suite of crypto investment trust product. Revealed on June 18, which is today, the prospective assets mainly represent the decentralized finance sector. Yeah, so at the end of the day, decentralized finance is going to be the hallmark of crypto, yeah, or the digital economy. Yeah, they will be competing with the banks, yeah, and any token or any network or blockchain that have one significant role to play in the area of decentralized finance. So will definitely be a good investment asset. So these are the assets that Grayscale is looking into. We have 1inch. Yeah, 1inch is a decentralized network like Uniswap. Yeah, on the Ethereum network, it's actually the second biggest decentralized blockchain. So on the Ethereum network, yeah. So it's a decentralized exchange where we can swap tokens. So it's good to have some 1 inch, and it's also a great idea to interact with it. You know, following the um, following what Uniswap have started when they gave tokens as airdrop to people who have ever interacted with their blockchain. Yeah. One thing I did was I actually consciously went ahead to interact with 1 inch, knowing that most like the possibility that they may give airdrop for people who use their blockchain. And truly to that, when they gave their airdrop, I got a few of it. Yeah, so which is great. So Banco is a great another decentralized exchange. We have Curve. Yeah, Curve. Yeah, it is one of the blockchains that will be needful. I think it's an oracle, which will be needful for scaling up of DeFi blockchains. We have Kava. We have Kava network. Kava network is like Banco, is like 1 inch. So we have Loop Ring. Yeah, Loop Rings, what it does is that it allows networks, blockchains to be able to interact for some tokens, I guess something like a wrap Bitcoin to be able to move from one network to another. We have Polygon. Polygon used to be Matic. It's a layer 2 solution. Yeah, it's one of the networks that help to ease the congestion of the Ethereum network, and they are really scaling up. So people are so bullish on them. We have REN. We have universal market access. I'm not so used to that. I will find out. We have Ox. Yeah, Ox is a decentralized network. I guess they are the people who owns Cointelegraph, and definitely there's a big potential for Ox. Yeah, so you can get free Ox if you actually interact with their website. There's a way you can read articles on their website, perform some tasks, and at the end of the day, you can get free Ox. Yeah, so it's a blockchain with a very great potential. Solana is a proof of something proof of something. Yeah, which is a scalable network. It allow other networks to be able to scale up their network activity. So it's definitely a network with great potential. So it's near and definitive. So you can read more about any of this. We can actually put our resources into it if we have any. I can assure you that in the years to come, any investment on most of this will definitely be a good investment. If Michael Saylor can invest in it, then I can invest in them. So any one of them, you can give it a consideration. Yeah. So these here are previous holdings of Grayscale. So they started with Bitcoin, they added Bitcoin Cash, they added Ethereum, ETC, I can't remember again. Yeah, EtherCash. This is EtherCash. ETC is EtherCash. ZEN is Horizon. LTC is Litecoin. SLM is Stellar Lumen. ZEC is Zcash. It's a privacy coin. Then we have basic attention tokens, which is a token that rewards your attention. If you have a computer, even there, or a phone, you can actually download, you can make your browser, the Brave browser, and allow it to allow adverts to pop up. So anytime the advert pop up, you click on it, you have a look at it. If it interests you, you can read the advert. If it doesn't interest you, you can close it. However, that you have opened it, you have opened the advert, and it's open on your browser, it's automatically going to reward you for the attention. So at the end of the month, they're going to give you some BAT. So if your primary default browser is Bit and you use it almost every day, you can be sure that at the end of the month, you are going to get some Brave for free. And by the time you create this Brave for free every month, every year, even if at the end of 2 years, if all you are holding is 100 bit, by the time it becomes $2, then that means you are having $2 already for free. Yeah. So bit is a token with a huge potential. Then we have Link. They have Link already. Link is an oracle. Yeah. When they talk about oracle, is one of the type of network which is needed for the DeFi protocols. Yeah, the DeFi exchanges to be able to interact with the raw blockchain data. Yeah, so Chainlink is definitely the number one oracle. Almost all DeFi, decentralized finance, we end up at one time or the other to use Link or the other oracles like Band and so on and so forth. Yeah, so for it to be one of the holdings of Grayscale, I think we should give an attention to it. Mana is the token for Decentraland. Decentraland is an NFT blockchain and games and all those things. Yeah, they are already selling a virtual space, and people have started buying and paying thousands of dollars to do that. Yeah, so it's a network, a blockchain that is bringing a new concept to the issue of gaming, NFT, and so on. Yeah. So if Grayscale can hold some, there's no reason why I and you should not have some. So let's make sure we have some. Filecoin, it's a data related coin. When we talk of machine learning and handling huge data, Filecoin definitely is one of them. It's actually one of the tokens we looked at last week where our prediction based on the economics didn't really work. Yeah, so that's fine. We have LifePair. Yeah, LifePair is another token. I think LifePair is in a class of Theta, yeah, which is the Theta which will be used for video live streaming in the blockchains, which will reward their content producer. So all of these tokens, which they are already holding, they are great tokens, and we also should strive and see if we can get some of them. Yeah, just to tell you who Grayscale is, and any token they give attention to also deserve that we give attention to it. So majorly we want to talk about Polkadot. Polkadot is the dot crypto is a next generation cutting edge blockchain protocol. This is from the article I posted on our Telegram group. Yeah, that brings together numerous specific blockchains to a united network. So it's an equivalent of the Ethereum network, and many other blockchain networks are going to build on it. Like many others, like Uniswap, like 1inch, like Bangkok, like they also are building on Ethereum. Yeah, so that just like Ether, it's a blockchain powered network, but it is more scalable. Yeah. So from this crash, some of the problem the Ethereum network is having, such as congestion, such as high gas fee. You know, about 3 months ago, 2 to 3 months ago, there was a time that the Ethereum network was so congested that if you want to send $10, it may say your gas fee will be like $100. Yeah, so it was not just easy for people, and that was what led to the growth of the Binance Smart Chain, which made so many people to actually begin to launch their tokens or they migrated their tokens to the Binance Smart Chain, despite the fact that it's a highly centralized network. Yeah. The founder of the Polkadot network is Gavin Wood. Gavin Wood has a PhD in computer science. He was a co-founder of Ethereum, so he participated in the entire development of the Ethereum network. he knows the challenges and the weakness of the Ethereum network, and that's one of the reasons why he decided to go ahead to create the Polkadot network so that it can manage most of the weaknesses of the Ethereum network. And one great plus for the Polkadot network is that it is not easy for scam cryptos to build on the Polkadot network. You see, on the Ethereum network, if you know how to create any token today, right now, you can build on it. So most of the scam tokens, most of the scam ICOs in 2017, 2018, 2019, and even majority of those that are going under rug right today, they are built on the Ethereum network because it's an open chain network. Anybody can build anything on it. Yeah. So in an attempt to manage that, the Polkadot systems has put measures in place to prevent scam networks, scam blockchain from building on them. Because for those blockchain to finally be able to operate on the Polkadot network, they will have to go through some series of screening, and they will also have to go through what is called a parachain auction. So right now, as we are talking, the first series of parachain auctions are going on, which is on the Osama network, which is referred to as the Canary network for the Polkadot network. So for any network that want to build on the Polkadot network, you will first of all build your product upon the Osama network, which is like the test net for the Polkadot network. So it is after you have successfully run that program for about 12 to 24 months on, am I right? No, I think for about a year. Yeah, for about a year, 12 months on the Kusama network, and you have succeeded. It is then you will now come back again to bid an auction on the Polkadot network. Yes, so you are going to be proven to be genuine, to be legit on multiple occasions before you will eventually end up on the Polkadot network. So any investment that invariably at the end of the day end up on the Polkadot blockchain definitely is a legit and it's an investment with a great opportunity. So that the central chain ensure the security of the entire network. So it brings a lot of additional security when compared to the Ethereum network. And on the other hand, that the side chains increases the network capacity. So one of the challenges of the blockchain, whether Ethereum or Bitcoin, is that of scalability. There are three things upon which the integrity of a blockchain hangs on. The most important thing is security. So you don't want a blockchain that somebody will hack and you will lose your resources. So it's security. Then the other one is how scalable it is. Yeah, in case if there are conjunction, how is it going to be? And I guess the third one is probably the mechanism by which it works, either a proof of work or a proof of stakes, to which we determine how fast it will be. Yeah. So for platform like Bitcoin, security is their number one priority, and that's why this transaction could be slow at times. However, for the Polkadot network, they have been able to put that into consideration, and they have put multiple programs in place which allow most of those things to be able to be optimized concurrently. Yeah, so that the aim of Polkadot cryptocurrency is to eliminate the slow communication between public and private blockchain. So you said for now, blockchain is a new technology, and so many of them they operate in parallel. The Ethereum network does not easily speak with the blockchain network. The Ethereum network does not easily speak with the Binance Smart Chain network. Yeah. So at times they need to depend on other networks like Loopring for them to be able to communicate. So, but one of the things that people behind the Polkadot blockchain is trying to do is to create a system which will allow for easy communication. and also to allow for both public and private blockchain to be able to communicate, yeah, easily. So, and definitely that is bringing a new dimension to the concept of a blockchain. So it's a great blockchain to look at it. Yeah, that the difference between Polkadot and Bitcoin is that Polkadot is a proof of stake network and Bitcoin is a proof of work. Yeah, so these are the ways by which transactions are confirmed and approved. Yeah, Bitcoin is number one, and it uses what is called the proof of work. Ethereum also uses the proof of work, but moving forward, Ethereum will be migrating to proof of stake. Yeah, so it depends on how transactions are being confirmed. Yeah, and it is because of the proof of work that Bitcoin actually uses that make it to be energy demanding, which guys like Elon Musk will leverage upon, and will use it to cause trouble in the market. Yeah, so with proof of stake, it means that the transaction will be a bit fast. Yeah, that this implies that if you wish to earn Dotcoin on the blockchain, you need to hold a specific amount of dot and stake it. Yeah, so there are people who have what they call nodes on the blockchain. Yeah, so they loan tokens like dot from other people and use it as stakeholders. Yeah, so for those that are stake, definitely you will get something in reward back to it. Yeah, that essentially a user will be rewarded for taking dot in return for risking their holding the network for network validation. Yeah, so this is just an overview of the Polkadot ecosystem. This is an old one. Actually, I want to believe that it will have grown more than this. So these are various other smaller blockchains that want to build on the Polkadot network. So what does this mean for you and me? It means that the Polkadot network is a great investment opportunity. It has a very great upside. So let me explain this. Let's assume that all this network you are seeing here, all these other blockchains, let's assume that they all do something. Let's assume that they are car producing company, that they all produces car, or if they all produces plane. But let's use car as an example. All car will have to be driven on a road. And it is not all car manufacturing companies that will end up having the status of a BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Toyota, and so on. Yeah, so there are so many car businesses that probably have started and they ended up not being successful and they have closed down. While we also have those major ones. So if we assume that these guys that are here, they are various car companies, then let's take Polkadot as a company that build roads. So they build roads. So, for example, in South Africa, we can use like the SA road, Sunrise, and all those stuff. Yeah. So let's take Polkadot like a company that build roads. So Polkadot does not have to compete with all these companies that are going to build cars. So they don't need to build cars. So it doesn't matter which of these numerous companies that succeed, that build car end up succeeding. One thing that is certain is that they are going to drive their car on the road. So if you now ask me, between the company that produce car and the one that produce road, which one is the better investment? The better investment will be the company that produce the road, because all this car will be driven on the road. And every time the car is driven on the road, they are going to pay toll gate. So if you invest in the company that build the road and own the road, as they collect the toll fee, definitely you know that your investment is growing. If you have ever used N1, and you see the amount of toll they collect there, you will appreciate what I'm saying. So that's one of the things that make DOT a very, very good investment vehicle. Yeah. And any of the tokens which will finally end up building their blockchain, and then they will also be companies with great potential. Yeah. So there's a lot of companies that want to build on this. Yeah. So this is just a quick comparison of some of the other blockchains that want to build on it, and we're just trying to compare them with the Ethereum network. And the importance of this is that if we have a good understanding of this, it helps us to also know other assets that we can give investment consideration to. Yeah. So, for example, we have stable coins on the Ethereum network. We have things like Maca, Synthetics, we have USD Theta, you have USDT. So, like someone like me, I use USD Theta almost every day. Yeah. So, what are the tokens that are going to be the equivalent of this on the Polkadot network? So we have things like Equilibrium, we have Akala, we have Bandot. So it means that if you want to invest in the Polkadot system on a stable coin like Akala may then be a very good one. Yeah, because it will probably be one of the stable coins that will be used extensively on the Polkadot network. How do you get Akala tokens? For now, you cannot get it. You can't have it for now. You can't buy it. So the way you will end up getting it is that when the parachain auction for Polkadot will be coming up, people who are having DOT will now have to loan it to the Akala network as a crowd loan. And then in exchange for that, they will give you Akala token. So as of now, they are launching their testnet, which is Karura, on the Kusama network. So if you are having the Kusama, as of now, you can loan it to the Akala network under Karura. You loan it to them. They use it for the parachain auction. When you loan it to them, they are going to hold it for about a year. At the end of that 1 year, they will return your Kusama to you. If you borrow them 10, they will return that 10 for you. However, for the fact that you are loaning them, what will be your own interest of dividend or return is that for every Kusama you loan them, they will give you 12 Kurara token. So at the end of the day, the Kurara token will be yours, and at the end of the parachain, they will return your Akala to your Kusama to you. So if you want to get Akala token, you will need to have DOT now. You will need to have DOT. And when the time comes for the parachain, you are going to loan it to them. Yeah, so for credit markets, for now, we have Maca, we have Compound, we have Avi. Compound and Avi are the big guys in town. So Akala is going to also be in that group. Equilibrium will be in that group. Acropolis over there. Yeah. So for decentralized exchanges, which is things like Uniswap, things like Curve, like a Balancer, like Banco, like 1H. Yeah, what is going to be the equivalent of that, where you can swap one Polkadot-based token to the other in the future is going to be the Hydra DS and the Polkaswap. So the Polkaswap token, I think it's available. Yeah, so like Uniswap have potential to grow. So also with the Polkaswap or the Hydra DS token have potential to grow. Yeah, so it's a good thing to look into. Then we have Oracle. So the number one Oracle on the Ethereum network is Chainlink. What is going to be the main Oracle on the Polkadot network is Kylin. So in other words, what it means that as decentralized finance begin to operate on the Polkadot network in the years to come, the Kylie network will be one of the inevitable blockchain they need to interact with. So an investment now into the Kylie networks is going to have a huge potential upside. So we have what they call synthetic. Yeah, they are also needed for centralized DeFi. So the equivalent of things like synthetics in on the Ethereum network is Lamina. We have asset management. Yeah, we have Nyan Finance. We have Alpha. On the other side, we have things like Weave, like Centrifuge, like Acropolis. Then we have smart contract execution, which is like the Ethereum itself. So the smart contract execution for Ethereum is Ethereum. Then, however, on the Polkadot network, we have other things like Edgeware, like Plasm, like Moonbeam, and Fala. Yeah, so investment into any of these other tokens may be great in the future because some of them may end up being used to actually pay for network fees, like we use Ethereum to pay for network fees in one way or the other. So we're talking about Polkadot, and just to tell us how huge and how big it will end up in the years to come. So the blockchain token for the Polkadot network is the DOT token. Yeah. And I just want us to have a quick review of the DOT token. So we will look at the total number of DOT token. We will look at the current market capitalization. We will look at the potential upside of the DOT, which means that if the DOT blockchain end up achieving all these things we are talking about, what is the opportunity that it can give back? Yeah, so I have talked briefly about the customer parachain auction is still ongoing. Yeah, and to probably be continuing for the next 6 weeks when different, about 6 to 12 weeks, when different network will be bidding. So if for any reason, if you are having a some Kusama, then you may want to read about the Kusama parachain auction, which is going on right now. And so you may want to loan some of your Kusama to some of the network, and they give you their own native token in exchange. Yeah. The top 4 or 5 that are going on is that we have Moon River, we have Karura, there are about 3 others. Well, we can always Google them. Yeah, and ones that most people are actually waiting for the time their own auction will be coming is called KILT, KILT, and KILT is probably going to be the primary KYSC blockchain for the Kusama network. Yeah, so it's like most at times when you want to open an account with some of these blockchain or exchanges, they insist that you must do a know your customer trust. Yeah, so KIT may end up being the network which will be used for almost all the know your customer status on the customer network. So definitely that gives it a good opportunity. So people are looking towards that when it will come up. Yeah, you may want to read about that. For now, it is the Kusama auction that is going on. I guess it may take about 6 months to 1 year before the DOT parachain auction will be coming. So in other words, it's Kusama that is pumping right now. And then definitely that gives us opportunity to be able to acquire some DOT before the next probably 6 to 18 months when the DOT parachain auction will be taking place. Because it is a network that have successfully been tested on the Kusama parachain network that will be migrated to the DOT network subsequently. So we are going to go to CoinGecko right now. I'm going to stop this. We'll go to CoinGecko and we'll just have a quick discussion about the tokenomics, what is called the tokenomics yeah, coming. Okay. What can you see on my screen? The previous presentation?
No, no, no. We're
CoinGecko?
seeing CoinGecko.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's CoinGecko. Okay, that's fine. So I just want us to have a look at it. So right now, Polkadot is number 9 based on market cap. Yeah, so it's within the top 10. Yeah, and most of these top 10, there are probably just about 2 of them that are having query for now, the Dodge and Ripple. Yeah, because their use case, except there is massive adoption, it will continue to be a challenge. But this other one, Theta already had its own use cases because it is linked directly to the USD dollar. USD coin is just like a Theta. Yeah, so they have a use case. Anything you want to use the dollar for, those are the guys you are going to use within the crypto space. So they already have their own use case. Bitcoin is number 1. Yeah, Ethereum is the biggest network. Yeah, we have Binance as the second biggest network. The Binance Smart Chain is there. Binance Exchange is there. Yeah, so they are doing great. We have Cardano, which is a huge network that is evolving. They started having collaboration with countries, and as soon as they roll out their smart chain, which they may do probably in the next 6 to 8 months, then it becomes a different. It will become a different story. Yeah. So we have the next blockchain you want to talk of here is Polkadot. So we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have Cardano. Binance at number 3. We have Cardano. So definitely they are the number 5 blockchain network which is available here. So for the fact that they are still just about 1 to 2 years old, they are already on number 5. So the upside is very, very huge. So what is the price as of today? It's about 20, 21. Let me refresh it and see what it will give us. Okay, so it's $20 as of now. We know those guys fluctuates, can go there. What is the market capitalization as of now? The market capitalization is about 20 billion. So just forget about the other digits. Let's just focus on the 20 alone. It's about 20. So in other words, in 2 to 3 years' time, when the market capitalization of Polkadot will be about the current market cap of Ethereum. And we know Ethereum will be going, so I'm not saying it will overtake Ethereum. But what I'm just saying is that when it will be about the current capitalization of Ethereum, what will it take for Polkadot to move up to this point? So all you just need to do is to take this 250 and just divide it by this 20. So it means that Ethereum will need to increase 13 folds. If you do that division, it's going to give you something like 13. Yeah, so it means that Ethereum, the Polkadot will need to increase 13-fold for it to be able to grow to this point. And I want to assure you, most likely in the next 2 years, I won't be surprised if it grew up to this. So in other words, if we should invest X amount into Polkadot today, we are saying that in about 2 years' time, it has a potential to have multiplied by 13. So you put 1 rand into it, has that potential for about 13 rand. We put $1 into it, it has also that potential. So it's definitely a network with a very, very great potential. And if you compare that to the current market capitalization of Bitcoin, then we are talking about something like 35% of change. Now, let's go into the tokenomics of Polkadot, and let me show us something. So I'll click on Polkadot. It has brought this. So I'm going to scroll down and I want to show us something. I want to show us something which will give us an idea of what is happening. So if you look here, if you look here, you will see the circulating supply. And you will see the total supply. So from here, the total supply of Polkadot is about 1.08 billion. It's about 1.08 billion. Now, if you look at the circulating supply is 1 billion. So in other words, maybe as high as 99% of the total DOT tokens, they are already in circulation. So in other words, whatever be the current price of DOT today is a fair reflection of what it will be, even if all the available supplies is released today. It's not going to dilute it. So because there are some tokens, maybe they are about a billion, and what you have in circulation is about 250 million. So that means it's only just 1/3 of it that is there. So if for any reason, if the price goes up tomorrow and the people who are holding the other reserve, they see that the price has gone up and they decide to release it, it will crash the price of that token massively. However, for tokens like Polkadot, you can see that almost 100% of it is out. And even though the 100% has out, a good number of them are also locked up in as staking. Yeah. So in other words, these are tokens that are probably at the lowest price they will ever be. So as their network increases and becomes bigger, there are no additional tokens which people will want to release. And definitely that make it to have a very good upside or a very good potential. Yeah, so by and large, this is probably what I think I want to share with us today regarding the opportunities in Polkadot Network, and also to draw our attention to what a Grayscale is doing, that because whatever Grayscale invests in, it's a good shares or token which will also give consideration to. So at this point, I'm going to stop. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, that's some feedback from from YouTube. So please, you can open your microphone and talk. Guys, please feel free to talk.
Thank you so much.
Any feedback from you? Anything?
Not really.
Okay. So I hope we are buying the dip.
Yes, sir, definitely.
Let's you have to buy bread.
Let's pick some dip, no matter how small they are. Let's buy some dip.
All right, so
100 rand, 200 rand, 500 rand. Don't worry, just get it. Just get it. Oh, great. Yeah. It's right. Oh, great. Selene, I hope you are following us. You are understanding what we're saying.
Yeah, I have a bit of some light now since I've been
Again?
attending some other previous meetings, but I still think I need to do some reading so I can
Yeah.
fully understand. As of now, I haven't even purchased any of
So
the
please
businesses.
do the reading.
So
Ask
I've been trying
questions
to
from the
manage.
group.
I think there might be a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, it's because of me, some echo from YouTube and we'll manage it. Yeah.
All right.
We'll go back. I just decided to use the computer alone today.
Okay.
To use the second camera to avoid that. Oh, great.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, great. So we meet at our TG group during the week. Thank you.
yes.
Grab some some dots.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bye bye.
Wow.